you know, I've only got myself to blame here. Is that a word? Mechanicking? It is now. We've got 4 engine fault codes and 3 body fault codes there by the looks of it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, and so it's really oily, chunks of carbon on it and things like that as well. Pull it through here, unplug it, which is a pain in the neck. G'day all and welcome back. Today's little adventure, I'm off down to have a look at a Volkswagen EOS. Started misfiring again after a service. Did the plugs and engine oil, all that sort of, also because it's been chewing an awful lot of oil. So I'm gonna go down, I'll replace the plugs. I've got some new coils for it as well. I'll give it a clean up. I've got a brand new good quality PCV to go into it, but I'm also going to do a little bit of a pressure side PCV delete, which is supposed to help with burning extra engine oil, and we'll see how that goes. So come along for the ride, and yeah, we'll do a bit of wrenching and see if we can't get it fixed and going back on the road. I've also got the little it's called the front park assist speaker, so that's failed in it as well, which when it goes it throws a fault code basically saying that it's short to ground, and none of your park assist will work, so none of the rear sensors, none of your reverse sensors, anything like that, and plus the park assist doesn't work as well. So that's a nice little cheap item, easy enough to replace. It is up underneath the dash, so a little bit of acrobatics to get in there and get it out and get it changed over, but we'll do that as well. So what I've discovered about myself this morning is I'm not very mobile mechanic fit. Left this morning at about 8:30. Promptly realised that I'd forgotten my diagnostic tool, so doubled back, went and got that. No big deal, probably about 5-10 minutes lost. Then got halfway to where I need to be and realised I didn't have the keys to the car that I was working on today, so I had to go back and pick that up, which was good because I got to make myself a coffee instead. Anyway, so here we are. I'm on the road again, an hour later than I wanted to be there, but yeah, I actually did up a list of all the things that I need. I didn't put keys on that list, and also I didn't actually read the list at all once I'd made it up. So you know, I've only got myself to blame here. But that's all right. Anyway, these things happen. Just sort of reiterates that I just need to stay in my garage and not do mobile mechanicking, which is not what I want to do. Is that a word? Mechanicking? It is now. Anyway, all right, we're on our way. We'll get there. So these are the faults we've got at the moment. I've got the EPC light and the engine light on. So the engine light more than likely will be misfire. When that happens enough, it throws the EPC, which is for the transmission. Once that light comes on, basically it does that to protect itself. So I haven't got the engine running at the moment, that's why the battery light's on. Just waiting for the ODB2 connector to connect, and then we'll find out what these fault codes are. So once it's connected, I've read all the things it needs to read. I'll just scan it. We've got 4 engine fault codes and 3 body fault codes there by the looks of it. Total of 7 found. We'll go into that. We've got random misfire detected, high risk. Cylinder number 3 misfire detected. That was actually the one that failed last time, so I'm going to replace all of the coils. And cylinder number 2 misfire detected. Parking assist, that was that front park assist speaker. I've got a new one of those, I'll throw that in there. I'll clear these fault codes, and then I'm going to go back in, change what I wanted to change, which is the PCV, the speaker, and coils spark plugs. Excellent. So one fault still found, which is the front park assist speaker. So I'll replace that one. Okay, so I just want to remove this bottom plate, because I'm going to get into the boost hoses that go into the bottom of the intercooler, because I'm guessing that there's going to be a lot of oil and stuff in there, so we'll do that just so we can double check, make sure it's nice and clean, so we don't foul up those plugs again. It's not too bad under here, it's just always got to remove these bottom bash plates or drip trays or whatever you want to call them. For those of you that care, it's the Torx 20 body screws that are in these. There's Torx 20s all over this thing, and then 13mm. I'll lose that. And then it's a 13mm for the bolts at the back and the bolts at the front. Side's just got a nut on it, a bolt. These bolts are stripped out on that side, obviously. There's always one. Also gives you a chance to check out underneath here, see if the rear main oil seal's leaking. Sometimes if those PCVs blow out, it'll put boost pressure into the crankcase, which can blow out your rear main oil seal. So there's a little, basically a hole here, which you can check in between the transmission and the engine. So if you've got engine oil coming out of that hole, then you need to do a rear main oil seal. So this is the hose I want to pull off here, which is the bottom of the intercooler up to the intake pipe. So I'm going to separate that there, see how much oil we get out of it, run some cleaner up there just to double check, because I don't want to do all this work and then have a whole gut full of oil go straight back up into the engine. Yep, there we go. So not too bad, but not good. I might do the other side as well, just see what we get out of the other side. I didn't do this when I was servicing it. Maybe you should. I had to pan off anyway to get to the oil drain. Well, it makes it easy. You don't have to have the pan off to get to the oil drain, but it makes it easier, stops it from going everywhere. This side's coming straight out of the turbo into the aftercooler there. Here we go. See if we've got anything coming out this side. Try not to get it all over me. Well, that's positive. Only got a little bit coming out there. I'll get this bottom plate back on, and then we'll start up the top end. I'll get it off the stands, which is all the boring stuff. So I'll get it off the stands, and we'll do the top end PCV plugs, coils, and we'll do that speaker as well. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm going to pull the plugs first up because they need to come off. The coils need to come out anyway because they're brand new ones of them. So it was number 2 was misfiring, number 3 was misfiring. They've been in front of the engine, 1, 2, 3, 4, in case you didn't realise. That's the PCV that's shot, not happy. And we're going to do a bit of a delete on that one too. Torx 30 for that, so we'll rip that out too. I suspect that the coil packs are pretty good. They're actually fairly well brand new. But I will segregate 2 and 3. And that central runner, so the all the oil and whatnot comes in through here. So the first runner it hits is number 3, and the second one in line would be number 2. Number 4 being all the way back here, probably misses out on a fair bit of it, and number 1 as well. So I'm expecting that number 2 and number 3 will be really chopped up, whereas 1 and 4 might be a bit different. They were the ones that were still running. So number 1's actually pretty good. Number 2, you remember had a misfire on it as well. Yeah, and so it's really oily. Not much build up yet, but it wouldn't have had time. So could be that coil pack. But the coil packs to be less than a year old, so number 3 must have started firing again, but it's got a heap of chunks of carbon on it and things like that as well. So maybe number 3 started firing again and number 2 went, but I have had issues with both of those cylinders in the past. When I serviced it, there was a fault in there for number 2 misfire, and number 4 is pretty much the same as number 1. A little bit darker, but the same. Some brand news. Anyone else see that? Little bolt kind of undone there. Done. Right, that's all those in. We'll finish getting this PCV off. let Torx 20 be your friend, I suppose. If it's Torx 20 or Torx 30. Okay, so found it. It's actually up underneath here. Got a torch. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's up there. I think on this side of there. Somewhere. Anyway, I've got to do some acrobatics to get to it. Pull the speaker down, plug it in. Right, so basically take off the bottom panel under here, take off this panel here. You can pry the speaker off from the side, which is up around the side of the relay carrier there. Pry it off, pull it through here, unplug it, which is a pain in the neck. There you go. That's the new one. I'm just going to zip tie it up underneath there because I've just pulled these plugs out. You can't get to it. It's ridiculous. Maybe you could, but I could not. Maybe you'd have a better option. Obviously you've got to pull that out so then you can pull them off. But it'd be buggered if I could get that back on there. So no worries. That's the way it is. I'll just zip tie it up underneath there. It works. I've just tested it then. I'll get that on video a bit later. But I'll put it all back together and go for a test drive because that's us done for the day. Alright, so go for the test drive, eh? European car, so indicators are on the other side. It's pretty responsive. Coming to tempo alright, no real issues there. Yeah, no dramas so far. No strange noises, idles nicely. Accelerates really quickly. I'll try the reverse park assist, see if that works for me. Excellent. That actually works. That's fantastic. It's the strangest thing I've ever done. Alright. It's back in its home. Everything seems to be going really nice. I really don't seem to have any issues there. Park assist works, everything works. Clearance at a good level. Right, hopefully that's it. There's that little delete just there. All I've used is a bung on the inside and then some heat shrink around the outside as well to stop that coming out. I've done the same on the PCV underneath there. I'll show you that too. So just there. So that's that pressure side. So now it's only through the inlet side there. So yeah, everything should be right. So good day today. Seems like fixed all those issues. Number 2 and number 3 coils were stuffed, and it was still missing on number 2. Number 2 was really oily. Number 3 was all gummed up with stuff as well, so replaced that PCV. Did the boost side delete off that, so that should stop it from getting a gut full of oil again. Cleaned out the intercooler, and there was all oil on the butterfly side of that instead of the turbo side, so that was promising. It means it's all come from that pipe anyway, so hopefully that should have fixed that up. Yeah, new coils throughout, new plugs as well. Changed out the park assist sensor, so that was good. Tested that out too, so that's a pretty cool function. That's the first time I've ever used park assist or anything like that, and yeah, did the job. Bit of a long day, but yeah, thank you very much for coming along with me, and I'll see you on the next one.